And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce on the sideline. And we've got a chance now to get caught up on how the standings are looking in the West as we make the push through midseason. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. Of course, there's the Timberwolves, 9.5 games behind.
And you know, for the Thunder, they've come through for their fans this season. All the optimism surrounding them, all the high hope, all proved to be legit.
Well, how about the momentum they have built to get off to this fantastic start? All positive vibes right now for this group.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. Aaron Wiggins is out there with Kenrich Williams, and it's Holmgren in at the center position. And for the Timberwolves, the big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. And it's DiVincenzo in at the one spot. And Greg, on a team as stacked as OKC, you can almost forget about Chet Holmgren, who is the number 2 overall pick back in 2022.
And let's give him his flowers, right? The portrait of a modern big man. Shot blocking, shooting range, and plays with an edge.
And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
Oh, here's Edwards. He's as potent an offensive player as you're going to find in this league. He averages almost 30 points a game.
Boy, the rise and fire off the bounce by Gilgeous-Alexander. With that length and release point, good luck guarding it.
Edwards. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Puts it up off the inbound.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
Count that one for Dort.
Boy, you love the ability to stretch the floor on the jumper. Doing work, Lou Dort.
SGA against DiVincenzo. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. For 3, Edwards. And Holmgren pulls it down. The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game.
Wow, Dort showing off that incredible strength as he takes it right to the rack for a slam.
Here's DiVincenzo. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Here's Edwards. And he drops it in from the low post.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. Coach thinks that they can push Chet Holmgren out of the comfort zones, and he's okay with making him a jump shooter. He said, on the perimeter, he may as well be any shooter. We can guard that. Once he's on the inside, though, the advantage is his. So we have to prevent that as much as we can. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Holmgren gets the bucket. And as the NBA season rolls on, GA, what's one of the biggest challenges this time of the schedule?
I'd say maintaining your level. It's so hard to be consistent throughout the season, and it's really about the mental side of the game. It's so tough to stay locked in.
And finished off by Gobert.
We always know this has been a strength of Rudy Gobert, getting the offensive window. Nicely done.
Holmgren outside. Back to Dort. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And timeout called by Chris Finch. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
All right, fans, get on your feet and make some noise for TJ.
And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Julius Randle.
And you can't get too wrapped up in the numbers, but sure, his rebounding volume has indeed been decreasing. Is that a function of physicality, alterations to playing style? Possibly. One thing for certain, you hope the decline isn't attributed to a lack of effort.
How about the splendid concentration from the Frenchman, Rudy?
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original.
The previous play is under review.
Make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay,
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams over the last month have been best at scoring points off turnovers. In third, the Thunder.
They're taking advantage of every mistake that their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
A free throw drops for Gobert. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, after winning the title, OKC secured their future. Significant extensions this summer for Chet Holmgren, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and both of their Jalen Williamses. The Thunder are building something for the long haul, guys.
A young, exciting team. Okay, thank you, Shams.
What a pretty pass by SGA. This guy's so good creating for himself or others.
Edwards drives in. DiVincenzo with it. Now SGA defending. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Here's SGA. He carries a very heavy load for him offensively, averaging nearly 32 points a game. Good on the triple. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander continues to hone in. When he's draining threes, he's almost unguardable.
Holmgren with the steal. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Here's the 3, and rejection by McDaniel. Holmgren kicks to Dort. Holmgren wide open. Off target with the open look.
That's a breakdown defensively right there, folks. He just could not make them pay.
McDaniels passes to Edwards. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 6. From down in the low post, it goes. DiVincenzo's got his second bucket tonight.
I like DiVincenzo trying to score on the interior. Underrated hops from the young man.
And the dunk by Holmgren.
Yeah, take it up strong, big fella.
And here's Edwards from the arc. And so it's Lou Dort making things happen for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. Chet Holmgren out there with Kenrich Williams, and it's Wiggins in at the 3 section. McDaniels, Wiggins with the rebound.
Oh, the analytics department is smiling after that one.
And slam dunk by SGA.
This guy is such an explosive athlete. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander goes straight to the cup.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. GA, you hear about 3 level scores, but is it just 3 levels?
That's a great point. Kevin, you've got guys with that deep range, and there's a difference between the mid-range game, those floaters, the little 12-footers, and those deep twos as well. So maybe 5-level score is complete. They look like a 5-2 player in baseball.
And here's a look at some numbers for Lou Dort.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
The Thunder leading by 7. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
And Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
And here now the Thunder following the 3 by Minnesota. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Just 4 to shoot. A 3-pointer, Wiggins. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Pushing it up. Outside Edwards. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Randall against Wiggins. Near the 3-point line, it's Edwards. Edwards just makes it look simple inside.
Boy, that defense must be better. Anthony Edwards getting it done on the interior.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And that comes off the assist by SGA.
Boy, that's just inviting trouble. Defensively, you simply can't give him that much space.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Right back at you, says Dante DiVincenzo. Anything you can do, I can do better.
SGA passes to Holmgren. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Holmgren's got 5 points now this quarter.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities. Come on now, that's easy money.
Dort attacking. There's the killer 2-handed slam.
Well, Lou Dort off the deck, that powerful frame on the drive. Don't mess with him, boy.
Edwards kicks to DiVincenzo. Gobert in the corner. Here's McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniels.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets. Well, dependability, right? That is not wasting possessions. This is all about taking and making good shots.
Randall finds Gobert. Now here's DiVincenzo. Fires the 3. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Williams. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Williams has got the lead up to 9 now for Oklahoma City. Randall passes to DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Gobert with the block.
One of the best to do it. Gobert adds another block to that career total.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. DB, no one has more Defensive Player of the Year awards than Rudy Gobert. 4 of them.
Well, with the 4, he is now tied with the great Dikembe Mutombo and the great Ben Wallace. Does he have another one in his sights?
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. Mitchell kicks to Zhang. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. They get a hand on it. To the middle. Here's Edwards. Takes it off the glass. Edwards got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, Edwards so good in close. This guy has got touch and strength, everything you could ask for.
A wide open look here for Caruso. The Thunder with another miss. Timberwolves trail by 7. Pass to Edwards. The Thunder pull it in, and we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
And so it's Oklahoma City bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
I'm here with Mark Daigneault. Coach, how are you feeling about the offensive performance?
Hey, Allie, thank you so much for that interview. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with you for the second half of the game right after this.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is.
You know, right now for the Thunder, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't.
Taking a closer look at that first half now, you really got to give it up for what Chet Holmgren is doing out there. And that concludes.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Lou Dort with a strong contribution so far in this one.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
His penetration was a real problem for them. And then, of course, the monster finishes at the cup.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, endorsed for the Timberwolves 2 consecutive trips to the Western Conference Final.
Kevin, this is by far the franchise's most successful era to date. But, of course, they are not satisfied. Anthony Edwards desires a championship because he wants to be considered amongst the all-time greats.
Up at the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Lets the 3 fly. The Thunder with another miss.
Third straight miss to start the half. Ouch.
And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one. And Doris, we had heard the era of the big threes might be fading, but the Thunder have one with Chet Holmgren, J-Dub, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the beauty of that trio you just listed, They are all similar ages. They are all passionate about the craft of the game of basketball, and all three are about winning. But I'm telling you this, the Oklahoma City fans not taking anything for granted. They thought KD, Russell, and Harden would be together forever, and it didn't happen.
And finished off by McDaniel.
Oh, such an impressive athlete. Mr. McDaniel sent it in.
And here's SGA. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. Start a 3-game homestand with them. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes...
The previous play is under review.
It's going to be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here now is the 2K leaderboard. Over the past month, these teams have tortured opponents defensively. Fifth on the list, the Thunder.
What a month they've had defensively. I mean, they've really gotten after it on that end of the floor.
He misses the free throw. And you look at this Timberwolves roster, doors quite a spread as far as the ages of their top players.
Oh, Kevin, you've got a couple of guys who are absolutely on the back nine and really walking up the fairway of number 18. And then you've got Mr. McDaniels and Anthony Edwards, two guys in their early 20s. But this is the fascinating part. There's a runway left, and what do they do with it?
That one goes in.
And they get one. Now, 1 of 5 here in the third.
Here's Randall. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Greg, the Thunder, NBA champions at last. And still incredibly young.
And this is no fluke. They defended, they shared it, trusted in the system and one another. The league's been put on notice. This team is just getting started.
Julius Randle has been a consistent producer in this league for a long time. This guy, an absolute matchup nightmare.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thank you, guys. Anthony Edwards is truly a superstar on the rise. He said, quote, "People forget how young I am. I'm not even touching my prime yet. I'm just trying to get more efficient as every year goes by." Back to you, Kevin.
Yep, a star on the rise. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks.
Oh, my goodness. Dante DiVincenzo from deep.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Wallace. It's 3-pointers off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 6. It's Edwards on the wing. Wallace covering. Back to Edwards. And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That is his first foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Naz Reid, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And a moment to see numbers for Gilgeous-Alexander. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will, second best scorer in the league. It's just a marvelous thing to watch and appreciate. Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Cason Wallace.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
Holmgren finds SGA. Wants to get it over to Dort, and does. He on the clock. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's McDaniels. He gets that one. And that's now 10 points for Jaden McDaniels.
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels with a very good sense for when he should look to score it, especially in the painted area.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Randall's checked in for Reed. Here's an opportunity for us now to focus on some small forwards who play anything but small. The leading shot blockers at the 3 spot. Second, Jaden McDaniels.
And that's a group of perhaps the most well-rounded defenders in our league. Solid on the perimeter with the ability to block shots on the interior.
You know, that's a defensive combination you're sort of always looking for in wing players. Strong on the ground, strong in the air. There is no safe ground when one of them is on patrol.
Holmgren the pass to Dort. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. A shot by McDaniels, no good. Oklahoma City's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
For the tie, on the wing, DiVincenzo. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
That's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Williams is checked in. The Thunder with the lead. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. DiVincenzo against SGA. Williams kicks to SGA. To end the cold streak. No good that time. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. It's the Thunder leading by just 2. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. So for Oklahoma City right now, Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. Kenrich Williams out there with Chet Holmgren. And it's Wiggins in at the small forward. And the Timberwolves with possession here. A 2-point game. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. It'll be the second of 4 games at home for them.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Edwards, no good. Oklahoma City shooting straight 49% from the field. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And a quick look at how the Oklahoma City Thunder's schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll be playing against Pascal Siakam and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Sunday, they'll face off against Brandon Ingram and the Toronto Raptors.
And guys, this is the kind of stretch of the schedule that you dream of. Winnable games at home against opponents you know you have a talent advantage over. It would take a lot for this team to not be successful over this stretch.
Here's Williams. No good that time. Good work defensively by Ingles. Here's Edwards. Outside, Reed. Pass to Ingles. Randall surveying the D. Here is Conley. 5 on the clock. And Randall throws it down.
Wow, excellent explosion off his feet by Julius Randle.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He knows every possession is critical now. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Daigneault was just reviewing the plan with his team. He told the guys to stay after it inside. He said our play inside is terrific right now. He said don't lose any of that intensity. Stay strong down there. It's always nice to hear a coach enjoying his team's play. Back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. DiVincenzo against SGA. Tipped away. It's Edwards on the wing. Looking to get it going. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7'1" with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch. And that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Boy, if he ever finds his footing, they'll be in even better shape. Right now, his teammates carrying him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander knocks it down from distance.
Spacing the floor. That's his third triple of the game and his second in this half.
DiVincenzo outside Edwards. Now Gobert. Outside Edwards. Now Randall. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
Julius Randle under tremendous pressure with the big bucket.
Here's Dort. A great pass leads him right to the rack.
How big time was that from Lou Dort? So strong, so good.
Dort against Edwards. Now Gobert. And the rejection by Holmgren. They recover it. Wiggins leaves it in off the window.
Man, that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
That one goes. Down it.
Rudy Gobert, so competitive. Doesn't want to let a big moment go by. Nicely done.
Thunder have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. Williams fires. Off target from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Outside Edwards. It's Randall. DiVincenzo with it. 4 on the shot clock.
Well, there's a certain edge that Julius Randle plays with that allows him to draw contact.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he is unable to get the second one.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead, hopefully for them. That miss won't cost them.
And here's the fast break. Randall hitting it all the way.
Well, with his strength, Julius Randle can absorb contact easier than a lot of players. This guy is not going to be intimidated.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
And they've simply got to come up with a stop here. A foul's not necessary yet. If they can get the stop, they'll have some time left here where they can tie it up with a 2 or maybe win it with a 3.
For the Thunder, Chang comes in for Kenrich Williams. And it's Alex Caruso in for Aaron Wiggins. It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
Lou George. And get the three. Now the Timberwolves with it. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And in this situation, they have to go all out for a quick steal on the inbound play. Everyone will be looking for the steal. If they don't get it, then you resort to the foul.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Carlson's checked in, and Aaron Wiggins is subbed in for Alex Caruso.
Boy, critical trip to the line. He knocks him in and gives him a little cushion down the stretch.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Clearly a foul.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 5. He hits both from the stripe. It's tipped. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And he does not hit. And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, and just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Julius, it wasn't always smooth sailing tonight, but you guys got it done. How did you feel about the level of play coming down the stretch?
Absolutely amazing. You know, there's ups and downs of the season.
And as always, Allie, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. See you later.
All right, Coach, what's your favorite thing about this point of the season?
Well, probably...
The games between top teams. You get a preview of what those playoff matchups might look like, and it's certainly a big draw for the fans.
Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. Kenrich Williams is out there with Holmgren. And it's Wiggins in at the 3. The shot by Dort, no good. And here's Minnesota now, defeated by Utah in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, they let that one slip through their fingers, and they just couldn't pull it together to fight off a big fourth. Quarter comeback.
Now here's Randall. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game. 4 on the clock. McDaniels from long range. The Thunder with the rebound. They defeated Milwaukee. Milwaukee in their last game.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
Nothing is better than winning on the road in this league. It's so difficult. You savor every one of those.
Stan, a recent development in Anthony Edwards' game is three-point shooting.
Yeah, Brian, he led the league in threes attempted last year and shot it at a good percentage, too. He's such a good driver. Taking lots of threes will open things up for him. They haven't been able to find their rhythm. That's 3 straight misses now.
Back to Dort. Over Edwards. Dort finds Wiggins. Here's SGA. From 17. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket on the night.
Sweet-looking jumper from the mid-range. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander just making it look easy.
And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line. So Edwards will go to the free throw line. It goes on Aaron Wiggins. We've seen Anthony Edwards dramatically increase his rate of three-point attempts.
Yeah, Brian, while also increasing his percentage. It makes him that much more dangerous as a scorer. We know he can finish around the rim, and that creates a pick-your-poison situation for the defense.
Drills it from deep.
Defenses used to be able to live with Shea taking that shot, but that's not the case anymore.
And there's the call on Kenrich Williams. That's his first foul. Now, if you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first.
Just 1 for 5. Not the start they were looking for. Obviously, there's still plenty of time to get on track.
Gilgeous-Alexander no good.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Edwards, the pass to Gobert. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. McDaniels from long range. Williams grabs the board.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Holmgren, Minnesota with a rebound. The last time these two teams came together was also in this building, and they were able to win. For the home fans.
They really threw their weight around last time. They got to the free throw line a lot, and it helped secure the win.
Well, and coaches will sometimes complain about an inconsistent whistle from the refs, but credit them for the level of aggression to make things happen.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you. The Timberwolves have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance. Anthony Edwards said, I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me. BA, back to you.
Fills it up with the best. Okay, Allie, good stuff.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
The Timberwolves have gone only 2 of 6 from the field. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Fires the 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
Definitely a volume shooter from range. DiVincenzo lurks on the perimeter, looking for these openings to strike.
Now here's SGA. He's coming off a 40-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And you see this with a lot of great scores. When they're putting up big nights, a lot of times it's because they're making a lot of free throws.
You can tell Dort keeps his options open when he has the ball. He'll set up another guy if he can.
Here's Randall. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Dante DiVincenzo.
Yeah, this is SGA doing what he does best, applying pressure to the defense with his pure scoring ability.
And the Thunder making a change here. Jang's checked in.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
DiVincenzo finds Gobert. Hits a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Randall. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Well, Randall is a problem inside. He has so many ways he can beat you down here.
SGA passes to Jang. Back to SGA. Dort, left side. Here's Holmgren. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. It's Minnesota up by 1. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation. And Minnesota has possession. Here's Edwards. Edwards, so good inside.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And despite their historic regular season success, OKC still had their doubters around the league, Grant.
Yeah, BA, and it was verging on disrespect if you ask me. But youth and inexperience counted against them. Now, they knew their true test would come in the playoffs, and they passed it with flying colors, taking home the championship.
McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Now here's Randall. We saw him with 19 his last time out.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Wiggins finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Dort. Let's go with a 3. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Gilgeous-Alexander is just that good, finishing the play through the foul.
Reed's checked in for Randall. Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Caruso comes in for Wiggins. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, with teams seeking switchable defenders, there's a specific player type that could be losing value, those smaller scoring-minded combo guards. You think of the Cole Anthony, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarksons of the world, perhaps not as sought after as before with teams looking for positional size and versatility.
They'll be challenged for certain. All right, Shams, thanks for the report. Edwards, the pass to Reed. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Edwards with it, guarded now by Williams. And there's the whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game. Highland, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And also a switch here for Oklahoma City. Carlson's checked in. Pass to DiVincenzo. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Minnesota.
Well, I like how they're going right at the defense, creating high-quality looks with that penetration.
Well, I've also really loved watching them connect from the in-between area. I mean, they're finding ways to do damage consistently from there.
Clark is checked in for Highland. Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. For three, DiVincenzo. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And there's Caruso. That one's good on the assist by Williams.
Well, if he's got a look, Caruso's going for it. No slowing down.
Here's DiVincenzo. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Minnesota shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And prior to last season, the Timberwolves had never won a playoff series in consecutive seasons, Stan.
Yeah, and so now they make the conference finals 2 seasons in a row. The most sustained success this franchise has ever known.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Julius Randle's checked in for Reed, and it's Edwards in for Clark. Gilgeous-Alexander no good.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
Here's Edwards. Lays it up and banks it in. Edwards has got 7 points in the game.
Well, look, it's tough to keep Edwards out of the lane and tough to stop him once he's in there.
Gilgeous-Alexander against DiVincenzo. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder with another miss. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. When it comes to Randle, he's had doubters over the years, Stan, but his talent's undeniable.
Yeah, B.A., look, there's no question Randle's ability to score and rebound down low. And his post-passing gets overlooked sometimes, too.
Wallace, he's checked in for Dort. DiVincenzo. The rebound by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Hauled in by DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves lead by 5. McDaniels finds DiVincenzo. SGA with a steal. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Williams' shot is good.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a 1-possession game. Well done.
Here's Edwards. Caruso grabs the board.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort today.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's DiVincenzo. Back to Edwards. The 3-ball. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for OKC. They trail by 1. Their next game playing at home as the Pacers come to town. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. Here's Gobert over Williams. And he gets it to go off the front iron. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The T-Wolves on top. They're up by 1. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Chris Finch. And, Coach, any adjustments that you'd like to see on the offensive end?
Yeah, I mean, ideally we'd like to get some movement and get into a bunch of random pick and rolls, and then we feel like keep the defense a little bit off balance, but been a little sluggish so far tonight.
Got to put the defense back on its toes. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're in a close game.
The energy in their hometown is electric, man. You can tell these players are loving the positive attitudes and feeding off them. I expect them to sustain this enthusiasm.
And time for a look here at how the West is. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
Taking a look at the Thunder. SGA and Wallace with the backcourt. Jalen Williams out there with Kenrich Williams. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thank you, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, arguably the most feared slasher in the game. Teammate Jalen Williams said, quote, everybody knows what he's going to do, and he's still able to get to spots on a consistent basis. SGA paused a beat before bluntly saying, I get to the rim on anybody. Back to you guys.
A nightmare to contain. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Wallace with it, now guarded by McDaniels. Three-pointer. Rebound, Minnesota. Well, Grant, you look up and down this Thunder roster. It is just loaded with winning players.
Yeah, BA. Guys who are going to make the right play, defend their spot, move without the ball. I mean, they've built something special in OKC, piece by piece.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. He's off on the layup.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
And there it is for him.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
Thunder trail by 5. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. SGA doing his thing in close.
Yeah, they get one to fall. Now 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Gobert's checked in for Minnesota. DiVincenzo comes in for Mike Conley. Let's take a look at the numbers for Lou Dort. Minnesota leading by 3. DiVincenzo, pass to Gobert. Outside Edwards. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. DiVincenzo finds Edwards. Offline with a 3. Oklahoma City's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Here we go. Here's Randall. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
He's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, BA. So those playmaking decisions in the moment, a lot easier said than done. Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
Pass to Randall. Outside Edwards. Puts up a 3. Edwards just ignores the D.
And a quiet first half from distance. Didn't even try a 3, but now he's 1 for 2 from deep in the second half.
And here's Holmgren. Takes a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Holmgren's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you can already tell Holmgren has an edge to his game. Gets the 3 right back. That's the competitive streak you need as a young player.
Thunder trail by 4. Mitchell with the ball. DiVincenzo picks him up. Back to Mitchell. DiVincenzo with a steal. In transition. Here's Gobert. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Aaron Wiggins.
Well, when Gobert has the ball, it just seems like defenders are plastered to it.
And he can't get the first one. Stan, Rudy Gobert. He can be a double-double machine, but his real importance is on the defensive end.
Yeah, he's been named Defensive Player of the Year 4 times, which is tied for the most in NBA history, BA. And he's been the anchor of multiple top-ranked defenses throughout his career.
Holmgren, the pass to Sajay. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the three. Oh, Holmgren, the touch from range.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Mitchell against DiVincenzo. Pass to Gobert. Now here's Miller. Back to Gobert. To the left wing. And here's Clark for three. And he stays with it. For three, DiVincenzo. From beyond the arc and then some. DiVincenzo's got 10 points in the game.
Excellent possession there. If you set up DiVincenzo, it usually leads to points.
Back to Dort. Beyond the arc. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Miller, and he drives in. The Thunder pull it in. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Joe. Pass to Holmgren. Outside Joe. Back to Holmgren. Look at Chet using his size inside. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. The T-Wolves on top. They're up by 3. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The fourth quarter is coming up. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got Dante DiVincenzo, Naz Reid out there with Rudy Gobert, and it's Clark in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup from Minnesota. And it's Holmgren missing. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Changes here for the Timberwolves. Randall, he's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Juzang. And it's Edwards in for Clark. Then for Oklahoma City, Carlson comes in for Wiggins. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Wallace. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. Coach had a direct message for the team saying no matter the lead, no NBA game is ever over. Do not let your guard down. We'll see if they hold on.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. McDaniels can't hit.
Even though it hasn't been his best game, they're still up, and that's what's important.
Dort for 3. Sinks the tray. Dort's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Not afraid to shoot. Dort has become more confident in his jumper, and you see why.
Outside for Randall. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul of the game. Back to Edwards from behind the arc. Edwards making it look so easy from deep.
Yeah, and after not making any triples in the first half, that's his second since the break.
And SGA has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 3-point game.
We've become used to seeing this from Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the most versatile and dominant scoring threats in today's game.
For Oklahoma City, they've gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. DiVincenzo with a steal. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Dort takes it inside. Ooh, using two hands to power it down.
Great determination. Dort uses his ferociousness to his advantage.
Oh, off target from downtown. The Thunder have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. SGA using the glass to lay it in.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Here's DiVincenzo. Fires the 3. Yes, sir, with the 3.
Wow, that was a big make from DiVincenzo.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. For the Thunder, Williams comes in for Carlson, and it's Wiggins in for Caruso. And SGA has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Can't get the 3. Minnesota's gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Holmgren there for the rebound.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Dort against Edwards. SGA fires. And it's Shea hitting the 3.
Oh, in pressure moments, he's a guy you trust to make big shots.
Here's McDaniels. Outside Edwards. Jacks up a 3. Cleared away by Gilgeous-Alexander. McDaniels. Now DiVincenzo. Randall outside. Edwards. Oh, lots of chances. Nothing falling here. DiVincenzo against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dort.
And when Dort sees it...
And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge, asking for a review. This could be a big call.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Now DiVincenzo knocks down the trifecta.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Now Holmgren, and stolen by Edwards. Randall with it. Guarded now by Williams.
Well, it's a tough brand of basketball Randall plays.
And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to use the coach's challenge. Make them take another look at the call.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video.
The previous play is under review.
These calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
The ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
So for Oklahoma City, Williams is checked in for Williams, and it's Caruso in for Wiggins. Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. And he does get the second one, and that narrows the gap to 1. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. SGA double. Here's Holmgren. Now Caruso. Oh, what a jam! Holding nothing back.
Well, he's no stranger to big moments, and that's why they gave Caruso the ball there.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
Tricky situation here. They need some kind of bucket to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick.
And stolen by Edwards. From downtown. Ooh, the three doesn't go.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And so it's the Thunder who come out on top here. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports.